Hey, what's up, guys? It's Braden Sky. Ah, shit, I'm off to a terrible start to the video. Alright, I got that fixed. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Braden Sky, and this is day one of my road trip. So I'm going to be doing a 48-state road trip starting today. I'm starting either in San Francisco or Las Vegas, depending on how far back you want to go, but I would consider today day one, even though I did drive from San Francisco to Las Vegas. But today's the first day where I'm actually gonna be traveling and exploring the country. So my goal with this is I want to visit all 48 states in the continental US and as many of the US national parks as I can, with the exception of the national parks that I've already been to. I've been to a pretty decent amount. I've been to Zion way too many times. I've been to Yosemite way too many times. So right now I'm in St. George. I did not get a lot of progress today. I think I drove for 2 hours, like 2.5 hours. I got a pretty late start. I've got a couple rules that I want to follow on the road trip. One of the first ones is I pretty much don't want to do any driving at night. Ideally, I'd want to go to sleep when the sun sets and wake up when the sun rises. That way I can just enjoy the day as much as possible. But there's a lot of really pretty drives that I want to see. And I feel like if I was driving at night, I wouldn't really be able to see everything that I want to see. So rule number one is going to be no driving at night. Rule number two, and I don't think I'm doing these in order, but just a couple that I've thought of in my head. Rule number two is nothing nostalgic. Everything I'm going to be doing on this road trip is going to be brand new. So I've lived in a couple different cities, and I've traveled a pretty decent amount. Nothing that I'm going to be doing on this road trip I've done before. I'm not going to be doing anything for nostalgia. So like, when I go up to Washington, I used to live in Seattle. I'm not going to be visiting any of the places that I've already visited there, and going back to be like, wow, I remember this. I'm not doing any of that. Rule number three is I'm going to be shopping completely local, whenever given the opportunity. So today is June 1st, 2020. The coronavirus, is still very big. I think it's at 106,000 deaths right now in the U.S., and businesses are just barely starting to reopen. I'm in the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel, which it's not really local, but St. George doesn't have really any local options, I don't think. But they just said they opened today for the first time, so trying to support local businesses and support bartenders and servers, tip them pretty well. But let's see, some more things I want to talk about. The road trip, I'm expecting to last at least 2 months. I think the earliest that I'll stop is going to be the end of July. The latest I'll go, there's going to be, I could see myself road tripping for a year. Pretty much the contingency is going to be how long am I going to continue to get unemployment, because I'm bartending, or at least pre-coronavirus, I was bartending at a concert venue in San Francisco. I don't think that's going to open up anytime soon. Definitely not in the next 2 months. So I'm pretty much just going to be unemployed, and the reason I decided to do this road trip is I'm making the same amount of money no matter where I'm at. San Francisco is ridiculously expensive to live in, not just for housing, because I'm still going to be paying for my housing, but it's expensive just to, pay for food, pay for gas. Pretty much everything you're buying is going to be, I'd say, at a 50% increase of what it would be pretty much anywhere else. So I figured I would actually make a lot more money relatively if I was traveling the country, compared to if I was just sitting in my car playing COD Mobile, which I did for 2 months during the shelter in place, and I was going crazy. So, given the option of not traveling or traveling, I think traveling's definitely the better choice, especially if it would save me money to travel. And also, I've had the fantasy for, I think, like 2 years of right as I got out of the military, I was going to do a 48-state road trip, hit all the national parks in the country. I then moved to the Philippines. Why the Philippines? I don't know. I think my original idea for it was because it was going to be really good for cost of living. It costs like $400 to live there, like per month. And I wasn't planning on doing it because I didn't think it was going to be realistic, but with unemployment paying me, and I just got out of the military kind of technically like 2 days ago, I figured, you know what, let me do that road trip. So this is day one. I'm starting in St. George. My plan right now, tentatively, is going to be, tomorrow I'm going to Bryce Canyon. I'm going to wake up really early. Right now I'm going to go buy some melatonin so I can fall asleep right now and try to wake up around like 6 a.m., like pretty much right as first light or sunset happens. I want to see the drive over from, I think I might even go to Cedar City today because I have been there and I don't really care for the drive there, but that's when I'll stop the night driving. And then from there, I think it's like an hour and a half drive to Bryce. And I'm going to start with Bryce. I'm going to spend probably a week in southern Utah. Then after that, I want to go to Colorado. I'm going to go up to Wyoming, check out Yellowstone. Then I'm going to go up to Montana, check out Glacier National Park. And from there, just wherever I feel like going. The two main objectives, though, is I want to visit all 48 states in this road trip. And I want to visit as many national parks as I can. That's going to be a little bit more tricky because that's going to be dependent on, okay, which national parks are open right now and which ones are closed. Like, I know Yosemite is kind of open. There's a couple other ones that are, like, kind of open, but if I can find the national parks that actually are open, I'm going to be going, ideally, to every single one of them. And pretty much just exploring America as much as I can. Another thing I want to talk about is I'm going to be traveling in the Prius. So if you watch some of my older videos, you'll know I've got an RV and I live in San Francisco, off the grid, full time pretty much. I'm not bringing the RV. That's something that surprised a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons I want to talk about it in this video. The RV is staying in San Francisco. I think it would make sense that if you were going to be doing like a cross-country road trip that you would want to bring your RV. I might make a video on why not, but simply driving in an RV sucks. Traveling in an RV is terrible. I'm going to be living in the Prius. I'll show you in a later episode what it looks like, but I've got the seat dropped and I've got a twin-size bed that I can fit in that in the back seat. The only thing that really that the RV has that the Prius doesn't would be a kitchen and a bathroom. I don't really need a bathroom because I can just use a bathroom at a gas station or a truck stop, or, you know, everywhere along a highway has a bathroom, pretty much. Any restaurant, you know, I could just go there. And a kitchen, well, if I'm traveling, I don't want to be really eating Kraft mac and cheese or, you know, the dishes that I make when I'm home. I want to be trying local food. So really, you don't really need to bring an RV when you're traveling, and the Prius gets 40 miles per gallon. I think my RV gets somewhere between 10 and 15 miles per gallon. So obviously, I'm going to be going with the Prius. I calculated it out, and going from San Francisco to Orlando with gas prices being like $1.50 per gallon right now, depending on the state, it's going to cost me like $120 to get there one way, whereas with the RV it would cost like $500. So, you know, it would not be worth it driving the RV. And maybe I'll make a later video explaining more of my reasoning for not taking the RV, but it's staying there. I'm bringing the Prius everywhere I go. But yeah, this is day one, more realistically night one. But I'm not really showing much of what I'm doing today because I got a late start and it's not outside. But if you guys want to watch my travels in real time, you can follow me on Instagram at Braden_Sky. I'm going to be posting everything in my story. And if you want to see the rest of the videos, you can click here to see the playlist. And if you want to see the newer videos I'm posting, you can hit the subscribe button right here. My name is Braden Sky. Thanks for watching.